Hey everybody, BrettStepan back with another Self-Protection Quickie. After one of my last videos, I had a couple of people ask some questions on de-escalation. So I'm going to share a quick little story that shows some good de-escalation strategies. True story. Back in my college days, I was part of the university judo program, and I had a good buddy named Mike. Mike he was an all-American freestyle wrestler. He was a terrific judo competitor. He was a champion power lifter. To this day, he's one of the most impressively built dudes I've ever met, and just a tremendous martial artist. Well, him and I and a couple of the other people from the judo program, we were out at a club one night, and there was a little guy there who had Napoleon syndrome, basically. He was looking to take out the biggest guy. So he was constantly, the entire time, sitting there trying to pick a fight with Mike. All of a sudden, we saw Mike disappear for a couple minutes. Mike came back a couple minutes later, had this big smile on his face. The guy also came back, had a huge smile on his face, beer in his hand, went back to his buddies. Everyone had a good time. And I was leaning over and asked Mike, what happened? He said, well, I was pretty square with the guy. I walked over and said, you know, I'm not looking for any trouble. Yes, I'm a big guy, but I'm not looking to fight. If we get physical, I'm probably going to end up in the hospital. My girlfriend's going to over here. She's going to be crying. You're going to go to jail because the cops are going to be called. Who wants that trouble? Let me buy you a beer instead. The guy with the Napoleon syndrome had his ego fulfilled. The big guy backed down to him. Mike, who probably could have squashed this guy without a doubt, didn't have to resort to violence. He didn't have to hurt this guy. Didn't have to send this guy to the hospital. Didn't have to go to jail himself. Didn't have any civil or criminal charges or anything like that. No violence happened. Everything was good after that. Everyone went on to have a wonderful time. And that's what I mean by de-escalating. Taking what could be a volatile situation, what could be, you know, a very heinous situation. You know, what if Mike would have all of a sudden popped this guy and like 6 of his friends would have jumped in and all of a sudden you've got this big bar fight going? No one wants that. That's stupid. You don't want the violence. Instead, Mike talked to this guy, de-escalated the situation, everybody had a great time, and we all got home safe. So that's what I mean by de-escalation. I always use those tactics, try to verbalize, try to do things like that, to take a potential bad situation and turn it around and get out of there safe without any occurrence. Have a good one.